This has to be the most biased pick ever.
I hate it here.
I mean, they just got their ass handed to them.
I think I'm chasing the value on this game.
I like my takes how I like my woman. Hot and questionable.
I'm way better than Tyler.
What are you doing, Lewis?
I'm laying the points.
Man, it's T.Y. Hilton. What are you talking about, Lou?
T.Y. Hilton is a bum.
He's not a bum.
He's a bum. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Laying the Points. As you might have heard, T.Y. Hilton signed with the Pecanos Cowboys. Pecano, how you feeling about that?
Fucking great signing. Odell who?
Yeah, well, Odell's not going to play till fucking next July.
Yeah, Odell's got the red carpet ready in March.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to his agent for, like, doing all that work, like, getting shit hyped up. Like, oh, yeah, dude, Odell's coming back. He's going to play. And he's not going to fucking...
I honestly think he was trying to swindle the Giants into giving him a deal and then not play this year.
Yeah, he was trying to get, like, a 3-year deal and then not have to play this year. Just, like, why?
He'll get paid, though, in the offseason. There's no...
Probably.
At the moment, there's really nothing else. No other receivers, but good to be back. Good to be back, boys.
Nice. How'd you guys' week go? I know, fantasy just wrapped up. You guys were talking about one of your leagues, but how'd the rest of them go?
Playoffs, 4 out of 4 leagues.
Attaboy, Lou.
Playoffs, four out of 5 leagues. One of the leagues that came in dead last in all points.
Sheesh.
That was our league. I did not make the... I started fucking like 6-1 in that league. Did not make the playoffs. I had another league I did that too.
Who did you draft? It's a 10-man, 3-wide receiver. Who did you draft?
I'll read my team off.
Yeah.
My team that I started with, and then John A. Bono came in.
Are you the lizard?
Top rope.
He's the lizard.
I am the lizard.
though.
I am the
Nothing
lizard.
to league.
I had Aaron Rodgers. I had Devontae. I had Gabe Davis. I had Marquise Brown.
Wait, Pecano, do me a favor. Go to the league on the bottom right. Hit league. Then go to the top where it says draft.
Oh, draft.
And that tells you in order who'd you pick.
Oh, okay, there we go. So now we got it. All right. So I picked Devontae first at the 9th pick. And then I went Najee, Mark Andrews, Zeke Kittle, Gabe Davis, Marquise Brown, Adam Thielen, the Lizard, Melvin Gordon, Alexander Madison, James Robinson, Aaron Rodgers, Albert Okundawamba, who hasn't played a game this year,
He sucks.
Matt Gay, and Baltimore defense.
It's because you're gay. That's why
That's
you
a
didn't make the
horrible
playoffs.
team, dude.
So
Bad.
My team was terrible that I drafted.
That's a bro. I
Did-
auto drafted and got Derrick Henry with the 10th pick. The last pick.
Yeah,
of the
that's
first round.
wild.
Bro, look at this.
but
This was an auto draft.
I can't see
yeah,
that.
I mean,
He cracked. Too bad Brees Hall
You see it?
sucks.
With the 10th pick, at the last pick, I had Derrick Henry, CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, A.J. Brown, Brees Hall, DK, Jalen Hurts, Goddard. Those were my first 8 picks.
Fuck. It's just, yeah, but you're the one.
I'm the one. Yeah, my team's filthy. But
That
bro,
makes-
I was playing softball. I go and look at my phone, and I was like, "Why is my team so good?"
Yeah, that team is actually
Bro,
filthy.
and then in the
You have 4
13th,
wide receivers once.
yeah, and then in the 13th round, I got Pat Fryermuth. You know the goat.
Go.
Pat Fry.
14th round, you know who was auto drafted me, which was a savior? Kenneth Walker the third.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was clutch.
So that would just saved me because he was just on my bench, and then
Oh,
when Brees
but
Hall
I
went down,
That much because it's not your team. It was auto drafted.
nah.
You got
No.
gifted a beautiful team.
Nah, Sidorius. And then I traded Sidorius for Terry McLaurin and Zeke because I needed a running back.
Well, Zeke was on my team, so you're welcome.
You guys want to hear my rounds 4 through 10 in that fucking draft? Allen Robinson. Josh Allen was good in the 5th. I mean, come on now. But
Really?
Brandon Cooks, Elijah Moore, Ayuk was good. Like, especially down
Yeah,
the stretch.
For
Rash-
where you drafted.
Yeah. Rashad Penny and Drake London. That's
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah, that's just like a waste of 6 rounds.
It's like I had CMC
So for the-
Chubb and Samuel. That should have won.
Bro,
For
I
the
had
people back,
Bro.
people back home, I had 2 wins.
Oh, boy.
One of which was versus.
You
Lou.
played me, Bacano. I actually looked it up yesterday because I was really curious. I think I beat you by like 3 points. I put up like 153. You put up 150. So
No,
you had a couple good weeks.
I had a couple good weeks. Oh no, this was the week. Week 5, I played you. It was the final was 154.36 to 150.82, and Gabe Davis, Marquise Brown, Devontae, and Mark Andrews just went off. And then you had T. Higgins who put up 0, and you still beat me.
And I still put up 154, yeah.
Yes.
That one's tough. Yeah, I think I just counted it up. I made playoffs in 8 out of 15 leagues, so not ideal. I did have one that I was rebuilding for Dynasty, though. That doesn't count.
You're in
I wanna make
15.
playoff. Yeah,
Holy shit.
but I made playoffs in my big money ones. That's what matters. Like the $20 leagues, I don't give a fuck about a $20 league, dude. That's fucking nothing.
I'm in second in that like $30 league with all the UMass boys. Shout out UMass.
That's $50. I'm
50.
making a run in that league. Thank God I traded for fucking Jalen Hurts. I'd have been screwed with Lamar.
In the league that means the most to me, I am second place to the bye. I'm happy I'm in second place and I got the bye. Because I avoid Chris Cullen. I avoid Chris Cullen like the plague.
Yeah, I got him first round. I'm gonna try and do my part, but no problem. No promises.
As long as I avoid him like the plague, that's fine.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's hop in some talk. So we're going to talk the bowl games through the 12/28, December 20th. That's a Wednesday. So, we'll have the pod out the Thursday after. But we're going to run through the first 2 weeks because, we want to talk some college football. And it's a little bit spread out. Me personally, last week was tough. I had Navy and I had the under in that game. Fucking sold. And then when
that was one of the worst bets of my life, to be honest.
It was brutal.
That was one of the worst.
Brutal.
I think what makes it so much funnier is that they both scored on the first play of overtime.
I was fucked.
Side note to everybody else, I'm talking to everybody the whole game in the group chat, and Tyler's like, "There's no way the under's not going to hit." And like, obviously, when someone says that, first of all, it's not
going to hit.
Second of all, I'm telling him, I said I have had this vision all day that the only way I'd lose this bet is if this game goes into overtime and both teams score a touchdown. And sure enough, I had under 33. Going into overtime, it was what, 10-10?
Yeah, something like that.
So I literally needed 2 touchdowns to lose. A field goal and a touchdown, good. Any kind of bullshit, I was good. And first play for, I don't even know who had the ball first. Army scores. First play for Navy scores. I was just like, yep, that just happened. And then a field goal and then a 4th down stop and the game ended. And I said, yep.
That one was brutal. I also got shafted in the NFL. I won an official 1-4, although I did say I like the Rams, but the episode came out after that game, so I can't really say that was an official pick. But yeah, Vikings Lions over. Thanks for giving me one win. Titans sucked. Broncos decided they could score once Russ got his head dribbled off the fucking ground. Tampa just can't play defense. And the Picano lay sold. So, fuck you, Tampa in particular. But you know what?
Did it hit?
What, the under?
No, my official lay of the week.
No, the Picano lay lost because I had Tampa plus 17 and they lost by 30.
Damn.
They suck. They're garbage. So, but you know what? You're either hot or you're due. Last week, I was going in hot. This week, I'm coming in due. So, we got some bangers coming at you. Bowl season officially starts this Friday. Miami, Ohio plays UAB. UTSA plays Troy. I don't give a fuck about those games. You guys, any of you have picks in those? I figure we can touch that before we get to the rest of them because I think a lot of us like the Saturday games.
I actually have a play in both of those games.
All right. What are your plays? Real quick. Before we get into the rest.
UAB, Miami, Ohio, over 45.
Okay.
And then UTSA and Troy. Something interesting. I didn't know they were both ranked, so good for them. UTSA was ranked last year too. They had that really great year, that 12-1 year. Troy beat up on fucking Coastal because they didn't have their quarterback, but they ended up getting ranked. But we're taking UTSA money line as an underdog, only a 1 or 2 point underdog. You want to know why we're doing that? Because their quarterback, Frank Harris, has announced he's returning for his 7th year.
Oh, nice. How is he still fucking eligible?
I don't know, but according to the website I wrote, 7.
Nice. He's a college football gamer.
Connor, what were you doing 7 years ago?
Years ago,
I was in high school.
What
I
were you
was
doing?
listening to the new Drake album.
Yeah, probably just fiddling around.
Fucking Views. I think Views
Learning
came
how
out
to-
2015.
Probably learning how to read.
Okay, yeah, and this guy was learning his first college playbook 7 years ago, and
Yeah.
now he's still in college. Make that make sense. You can't.
Yeah.
All right.
I still
You
can't
have
read.
to hammer that. You have to
I
hammer
still-
that.
I still can't read, and he probably still can't read a playbook. So
No,
he's
they're
still
good.
in college.
They have 1 L, dog.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
True. He's probably
Apologize
getting
to
mad
him.
NIL deals too. Baller at UTSA. All right, the Miami and UAB under. That's fucking low. Or the over. I mean, 44?
Yeah, I'm seeing. Look, it's a MAC team versus UAB. I don't know.
UAB's got that sick running back, don't
Yeah,
they?
they have a really good running back. I don't remember. I haven't watched them this year. I know last year I watched a game they played, and every game I've ever seen on either I've watched or just briefly on the app, always high scoring games.
Mm.
And then Miami, Ohio,
It's MAC.
I think they can just score enough. They're the MAC team, you know.
Just
It's
score
bowl season.
44.
It's the first bowl game at 11:30 in Nassau, Bahamas.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, there's going to
The
be some
Bahama
trick
Bowl.
plays, and there's going to be freaking points scored.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure UTSA has like a stud receiver.
They probably do. They had back-to-back years that they were ranked.
Mm.
Yeah.
Didn't they beat Texas too?
They lost 41-20.
Oh, all right. Never mind. All right. Well, with the Friday games out of the way, we'll move into Saturday. First game I like, it's the opener, the Fenway Bowl. Come on now. I had to pick the Fenway Bowl as the Boston native.
Are you going to it?
I wanted to go, but I didn't really have anybody that wants to go with me. Actually, it's we're celebrating Rose's birthday because her birthday's today. So,
And you would choose to celebrate it on the same day as the Fenway Bowl?
I didn't choose to celebrate it. She chose to celebrate it. What can I do?
Whatever. Keep going.
But yeah, Cincy and Louisville. And Cincy's they suck this year. I don't know. Like Dana Beers, you guys remember him, Zillion Beers, the legend of Barstool Sports. He just chose them as his college team that he wants to support. It was the whole big thing. And since then, they lost to Tulane. Luke Fickell decided to go to fucking Wisconsin. And then Dion said, nah, I don't want to fucking coach you losers. But they did get a new coach. His name's Scott Satterfield. He was the runner-up to Fickell when Fickell got the job back in 2016. And most recently, he was the head coach for Louisville. So, you'd think that stealing a team's head coach is going to give Cincy an advantage. Fuck no. Satterfield's not going to coach in this game, apparently. I don't know why. He was like, oh, it's like disrespectful or whatever if he were to be there. So this is a clear revenge tour for Louisville. Fuck Skyline Chili. Give me the Cardinals -2. With Budget Lamar. Isn't that his name or some shit?
Yeah, Cunningham.
Yeah, Cunningham budget.
That's Lou's number 2 favorite quarterback. In there.
Just to hop in with you here, I'm only taking Louisville because I think Cincinnati's overrated. So I was on Louisville. I asked about that game right before we got on. So I'm with you, Louisville. Cheers.
Cheers. Next game is Oregon State, Florida. I'll take Oregon State -10. Florida's going to be under their third string QB since AR-15 declared. Their backup got arrested. Sure, fuck Florida. I actually saw it. They have the longest list of players that's either transferring or is declaring for the draft. It's wild.
Yeah, it's Florida is a dumpster fire. I also agree with you,
They're
Alec.
decimated for this game.
Florida. I think Florida is probably not a hot take, but Florida's gonna be like the new like oh geez, like this is a fucking mess type school, like bad. I think right now like the mess school is Auburn, like they're about to be the new mess school, and I can't wait for it to crumble.
I could see that. Yeah, I don't even like Oregon State at all, but it's just fuck Florida. So
yeah, I originally have the over 53 as a play in this game as well. I don't know if I want to stick to that anymore.
I mean, there's always points scored, but yeah, third string QB is a little tough.
Yeah.
I didn't look
we'll
too hard into this one.
We'll stick to it for now.
Yeah, we could potentially audible. Next, third game I liked that day. It's the night game. It's the New Mexico Bowl. And we have SM Lou minus 3.5 over BYU. Because BYU has been mid all goddamn year. Their starting QB might not play because he's hurt. He might enter the draft, so he doesn't want to fuck that up. Their backup just transferred. So their third string QB is a former 2-star recruit that graduated high school the same year I did, which was 4.5 years ago, and is still a freshman because he took 2 years to go to Argentina to do some fucking Christian mission trip. Then he went to Boise State for COVID, got his COVID eligibility, got redshirted at BYU last year, and is now the team's third string QB. Fuck that. Rashid Rice is a dog. Give me the Stang.
Rashid Rice, I don't think he's playing.
Is he not?
I think I just saw that. I believe he's sitting.
Rashid Rice Bowl. Where did you? Oh, Rashid Rice. Oh, Rashid Rice, not Rashid. He was ruled out for the New Mexico Bowl. Fuck. He did get. I guess he got hurt. Maybe. I don't know. Still, give me SM Lou. Fuck BYU.
Oh, no Rashid Rice?
Yeah, that's tough.
Damn, that's tough.
Let's see. What's the next game I got? All right, that was the last of my Saturday games I got. Now I'm going to fast forward to Wednesday. It is Western Kentucky and South Alabama, the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. What a bowl name. Originally, everybody was like, oh, South Alabama, they're going to kill him because Western Kentucky's QB, Austin Reed, had hit the transfer portal. He was going to go to Louisville. But money solves all problems. Reed's back. He got some fucking NIL deals to stay at Western Kentucky, which, I don't know, that's a little that seems shady, but, whatever. He's there, and he's going to play in this game. Reed in Western Kentucky, they got the second best fucking passing offense in the goddamn, in all of college, in the nation. That's the word, the nation. And South Alabama, I was looking at it. They played pretty good defense, but they're weaker against the pass and the run. They're 62nd in pass yards per game. So give me a little Western Kentucky to throw the ball around, sling the rock, cover the 4.5, and you know what? Fucking win it outright. Plus 160. Why not? Let's see. Next game, Friday, 12/23. It's their last chance to fucking disappoint me this year. It's Wake Forest in the Pick'em over Mizzou. Give me the slow mesh. What is this bowl? The fucking Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl.
Is Sam Hartman playing?
He is, as of now, he is playing, I believe.
Yeah,
because their coaches.
I believe he's playing as well.
Yeah,
did he declare yet?
No, their coach said he's going to declare. He's either going to declare or hit the portal probably after the game. Their coach is saying he's probably done at Wake Forest, but he might stick around for his last year if he can get an NIL deal or something. But yeah, so he's playing. Slow mesh, and Mizzou is also they lost their leading receiver. He's transferring. So I mean, it all signs point to where the Demon Deacons is Wake Forest.
Deacons,
yeah.
All right, I'm adding on because I also am taking Wake Forest money line. I said the same thing. We're returning to an old favorite team, a team that has been god awful in the past 4 weeks.
So bad. More than that. I think it's 5.
But this is an emotional game for us because listen, I watched QB1 when Sam Hartman was just a kid from I think he was
on QB1.
He was on QB1. Yeah, he was.
Oh fuck.
And I liked him on QB1. He was pretty humble and normal then, so I always rooted for him. And I'll never forget, I think his freshman year in a bowl game, I told Lou to take Wake Forest because I liked Sam Hartman, and I think he threw 3 pick sixes, and Lou was really mad at me. He was like, "Who's this loser?" I don't think Lou remembers.
Probably.
Were they running the slow mesh when he was a freshman though?
Probably not. But I remember he threw 3 pick sixes, and Lou was pissed, and I was like, "Nah, this guy's good." But he was just a QB1 guy, so I was like, "He's good." So yeah, this is very sentimental stuff for me. So we're going Wake money line. Hartman is playing, like you said about Mizzou, the wide receiver. I believe a bunch of their defenders are also sitting and hitting the board. Yeah. So let's go Wake Forest. Let's do that slow mesh one more time.
One more time. One last ride.
For us diehards.
So I honestly would say you found Wake Forest.
Thank you.
Well, you did.
That was
it was a Drake like.
It was because of QB1. I literally watched it and then I was just like, all right, I like this guy.
That was a Drake basketball type find. Type.
And you got off them at the right time because you
I
weren't
did
picking
get off
them.
them at the right time.
They started losing fucking every game.
I got off right away. I was like, I'm done. And you kept writing. I was like, nope.
Yeah, I
I'm
fucked
done.
up.
But
I rode them.
Team Tyler's tailing has one bad game. He's like, these guys are done. Fuck it. Like, they suck.
I rode them 3 straight weeks. They lost. I didn't ride them 1 week. They won. And then I rode them again. They lost. It was not ideal.
Difficult.
So hopefully they don't lose this time. Let's see. Next game. Oh, this one hurts my heart. I'm taking ECU -8 versus my boys, Coastal Carolina, in the Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl on 12/27. Shout out my ex-girlfriend Julia. We dated for 3 days back in 8th grade. My heart was broken. This is her birthday. Her birthday is 12/27. So, you know, true first heartbreak back in 8th grade. I was devastated. And I'm about to be devastated again because Coastal Carolina is going to get their shit rocked by ECU. Because they've been a mess without McCall. He's now transferring. Let him go to Bama, by the way.
Also,
why not?
Good for Grayson McCall, man. We've been a fan of him since his freshman year.
Exactly. And so, you know, let him go win a chip somewhere. But this year, give me the Pirates. They're gonna kick their asses. It's unfortunate. It really is. But let's see what else we got. I got 2 more picks. They're on the last day of the slate, the 28th. The first one is the Battle of Kansas in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. It's Kansas versus Arkansas. 2 pod favorites all year. Lou loves Kansas. We were on Arkansas for a while there. And so the only thing I like more than those 2 teams is the number 69, which is the line for the over-under.
Holy
We're
shit.
going to the overs club.
Oh my god.
We love...
That's a large number, but I do like the bet. It's just huge.
It is huge, but those are 2 huge offenses.
I also was originally on the over because I think Arkansas's like best 2 defenders aren't playing. So and Kansas is an over school anyway, but I ended up removing that from the call.
And it's not like anybody from Kansas isn't playing. I mean, they're not going to the draft.
No, they're sticking around.
Over too. Good bet.
Thank you.
Unless it loses, then.
Unless it loses, yeah, then it was shitty. But you know, maybe they'll just hit 69 and they'll push. But I don't want that to happen. I want them to go over 69. Let's see. Last game of the slate: the San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl, Oregon and UNC. UNC was our fan favorite all year. I got to ride with Oregon on this one. The receiver, it was Josh Downs, just declared for the draft. UNC's defense was horrible all year. They just lost their 3 top corners to the fucking transfer portal. So I don't know who's going to cover anybody on Oregon. Bo Nix is just going to win this game, and they're going to cover the 14. Whack.
I take the opposite of that. But it's
14.
It's because it's biased.
That's a little bit because you found Drake May and he's playing.
But did you hear what Drake May said though?
No, what'd he say?
He's coming back next year.
He's back.
But there's a rumor that he is lying and he's going to Ohio State.
Probably. He's gonna get that NIL money and he's never gonna turn back.
Yeah. I think I don't know if it was Ohio State or Wisconsin. One of the 2 schools, I forgot which one, took the OC of UNC. So now there's like a big rumor that he's gonna follow him to either school. I forgot which one it was.
I hope for his sake it's Ohio State and not Wisconsin, because Wisconsin's fucking garbage.
Well, if he goes to Wisconsin, they always have a pretty good defense, and they have
Running back
Braylon
University.
Allen. Yeah, they got Braylon Allen, who's a beast running back. So if he goes there, he'll probably have some. I mean, he'll probably make some receivers. He'll not like. He probably won't get like a.
And
stud.
they got the new coach. So
yeah, and they got
Luke Fickell.
So
yeah, those are my picks.
But if he goes to Ohio State, he's got Marvin Harrison Jr., aka
Goat.
And it's Shay.
Second best wide receiver in college football, they say.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you guys see the picture afterwards? He was getting some work in at the facility.
Wow. Better than Jackson Smith.
Probably for his game coming up, but
I don't know, but maybe it's for the Bolintikov, aka receiver of the year.
No, they said he lost it.
Or did motivation for next year?
Who won it? Did Downs?
Hyatt.
Who also declared?
Yeah, Hyatt also declared. Both Hyatt and that guy Tillman, both not playing the bowl game.
Who's
Focusing
Tillman?
on the draft.
Tillman,
He is the slot guy.
I think he's supposed to be better than Hyde. He's just been hurt all year.
Yeah, he's just been hurt all year.
Ugh.
Also, I don't know if you guys know who this is, but it's like 5-star Nico Amalalavia. He has like the really long braided hair. He's like Samoan, very tall. He's like the number 2 quarterback rank. He's going to Tennessee next year. There's a chance that he might be actually playing in the bowl game. He's going to camp early, like right after Christmas, and there's like a rule within the NCAA. Like if you like go to camp, get the X amount of practices you got to get in which he meets the requirement for, there is a chance that he can play in the game. He'll definitely be drafted. No. He's just going
so he's in high school and he's just gonna play in a bowl game. That's kind of electric.
And it will not affect his eligibility at all.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that.
That's a fun fact. So the rumor is that he's 100% dressing, but they don't know if he's gonna play at all. If he does play, it'll probably be like a second half type of thing, or if they're getting like blown out. Because their quarterback right now is Joe Milton, former Michigan quarterback who stinks. Versus Clemson, also. Keep in mind.
Yeah, that had good game written all over it, but it's probably not going to be. Okay, with that said, I'll give out my other picks. So we did the Miami, Ohio over UTSA money line. We did Florida over Wake Forest money line. All right, so the other 3 remaining picks I have, Washington State, Fresno State over 52. Duke versus UFC, 2 of Lou's favorite teams. I don't even know if he saw
UFC or UCF.
UCF. Sorry, I wrote UFC by accident. But 2 of Lou's favorite teams, but we're going on Duke with another upset because they are a football school and their quarterback's pretty good.
Aren't they?
Leonard? He's pretty good.
Aren't they favorites though, Duke? Aren't they -2?
I thought they were underdogs too.
No, the minus. At least my phone says -2.
Really? Am I crazy then? You calling me crazy?
I'm calling you a little crazy. But you thought it was UFC, so you don't
True.
right game.
Duke on the upset, JK, Duke, ML
favorite.
for just a normal win. And then lastly, we're going Ole Miss -3. This is a revenge tour for breaking Matt Corral's leg in the bowl game last year because Lane Kiffin and Matt Corral played, and he probably shouldn't have, but he did, and then he broke his leg. And now, has anyone heard from Matt Corral since?
Nope.
He's Carolina.
Yeah, he's on the Panthers.
Yeah.
Have you heard from him, or you just knew that?
Well, he's out for the year, so
Yeah.
Because he has a fucking broken leg.
Well, he rebroke.
Revenge
he
game.
rebroke.
Angry for
He
allowing
rebroke it
that
at
to
camp.
happen.
Yeah.
He's angry that he allowed that to happen. We're taking Ole Miss -3.
Fair enough.
Those are my plays.
Love it. Get Ken.
We are Marshall.
Yeah, the -10 money line, my favorite.
My reasoning around it
Hey,
is
what-
because what
What's their money line?
minus
They're-
minus. What are
It's
they, Alec?
they're -10 favorites, and he's taking the money line.
Oh, so they're probably like
I was
minus
like, yeah, something ridiculous.
But do you want to know my reasoning for it?
Sure.
I'd love to enlighten you. UConn is a football school.
No, they're a basketball school. They're like top 3, aren't they?
They're a football school.
They're
And
both.
Chad Pennington's son is on the team. Is on
Then
Marshall.
why are you not taking UConn?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Because
UConn's
we-
a football school, so you're
Yeah,
going.
So you're
So
fading
taking,
them.
You're not taking them.
No.
Then why? What's the point of throwing that in there? That they're a football school.
That's why you're taking
Because
the
they-
money line, not the points, obviously.
Yeah.
Even though they're a basketball school
They're a
with a little
football
bit of
school.
football.
God, do you know what's happening right
It's just a Picano take. It's a fucking
We-
classic Picano take. That's why
we
we have
are-
the Picano
I'm
lay of the
so
week.
lost.
This is why we have the Picano lay of the week. I'll, you know what? We'll throw that in as a special in the Picano
Oh!
lay.
I forgot to add one more. Sorry. And
Oh,
it's a
now?
heavy.
It didn't look like you really did much caring to these bowl game picks.
No.
Washington State, everything because Washington State's playing with heavy hearts for Mike
Oh
Leach.
no.
He used to play there. He used to coach there. Sorry,
Mm.
before he went to Mississippi State.
Yeah. Spoiler alert: Mississippi State will be in the next slate. Take everything that they have.
So Needleman, you're up now. Oh no, Lou, you're up.
TC Lou.
Bro, you gave one pick.
It was
I gave
Marshall.
2. Well, no, I gave 3.
No, you didn't.
What was your third?
Yes,
Oh,
UNC.
UNC.
we are Marshall and Oregon State.
Cap.
And Washington State.
And
4.
Washington State 4. Wazoo.
And UNC's just on the money line as 14-point favorites. I mean, underdogs.
Dogs.
Yes.
Obviously. To
okay.
counteract.
It cancels it out.
My picks, pretty simple. I'm not going to read too much into it. Louisville money line. I'm riding with that. Like I said that already. Duke money line. I'm also riding with Tyler. Let's go Duke. Shout out Caitlin Cosme.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. A legend.
I'm taking. I don't know why Baylor's only -5.5 against Air Force. Probably because Air Force also has a good defense, and Baylor could be sitting some guys because they do get drafted. But less than a touchdown against Air Force. I mean, all right.
Why not?
Why not? And then another team. So taking Louisville is kind of just me betting against Cincinnati because I think they've been overrated and kind of bad all year. I'm also doing the same thing against Memphis. I felt like maybe last year or 2 years ago, they had some momentum and people thought they were going to be pretty good. They had some guys get drafted, but I don't think I think they were one game above 500, maybe 500 this year. And I don't think they beat Utah State, who's a solid team. I mean, they're not great, but they're solid. I don't think they beat them by 7 or a touchdown. So that's my 4th pick. And then my 5th pick, I'm riding the Kansas-Arkansas over 69.
The overs.
Let's go, Alec.
Lou, I just did some quick research on the Baylor Air Force game, and what it says is that, because you're saying why are they 5.5 or whatever?
Yes.
It says that Air Force led the FBS with 330 rushing yards per game.
Wow.
And
What?
they are also 3-0 in bowl games under their coach.
Wow. Okay. Maybe Air Force is the
Damn.
play.
Yeah.
Air Force might be the play.
Should I switch it? All right, I'm switching it to Air Force +5.5 just because of that.
330 yards a game.
That's actually nuts. What the fuck? Just
Their leading rusher had 1,600 yards and 15 touchdowns.
stop touching my shit, Alec. I don't know what you're doing. You're freaking me out. But yeah, does that wrap up college?
It does.
football?
You want to kick us off some NFL?
Oh boy, I would love to. Last week, kind of a disaster. 2-4 Giants. I said the Giants line was not big enough. I said I'm surprised this isn't 10. They got blown out by fucking 25. I mean, the Eagles almost dropped 50. Yeah, the Eagles are a lot better than the Giants. Breaking news. Raiders, Baker Mayfield, got nothing to say, but good job. He got in there, got the job done for the Rams. Took the Lions easy, took the Bengals easy, and then Bucks sold. I mean, that was
Embarrassing.
that was pretty gross. Tom Brady. I mean, what's wrong with that guy? I think he needs some pussy, but I don't know. Moving on. Jags, I had the under 41, but it was the Evan Ingram day, so there really wasn't much I could do. He wasn't going to be stopped. He would have scored 5 touchdowns if they asked him to. But 2-4 going into this week. So I took Tampa Bay last week. I regretted it. I'm taking them again. And I was talking to you guys about this before, and I'm going to say it again. 2 reasons. Not because I think the Bucks are a good football team and Cincinnati's bad. That's not why the +3.5 is the play. +3.5 is the play because, 1, teams who cover versus teams who don't cover. Last week, 70% hit last year. I don't know what it's at this year. Maybe, Tyler, you can look that up really quick. But I don't know what it's at last year. But if it was 70% last year, write it again. And teams who get blown out in the NFL and embarrassed, like the Buccaneers did last week. I have a couple examples written down on this Post-it note because I couldn't remember all of it. But Pittsburgh blown out by Buffalo, beat Tampa Bay the next week. Vikings blown out by the Cowboys, beat the Pats next week. The Jaguars blown out by Detroit, beat Tennessee. Cardinals blown out by Saints. Lose on 2-point conversion to the Chargers next week because the Chargers coach I think that guy just like loves adrenaline and he just goes for it. He's like he has to be like an adrenaline junkie. Just like go. He's like, fuck it, we're going. Like we're balling, we're going for it. Like I kind of love it, but like he loses games. But fuck him. That's not what this is about. Colts blown out by the Pats and they beat the Raiders next week. So I just told you 5 examples. All of those teams aren't good, and all the teams they lost to aren't like the Chiefs or anything. But they're just 5 examples. Teams who get blown out, they usually come out. Better effort. My phone's about to die. It's great. But, yeah, Tampa Bay plus 3.5 at the end of the day. Giants plus 4.5. I'm going to put the money line, too, because they really need to fucking win this game. And I just don't get how they could be a 4.5-point dog. I was at the game. They were up by a touchdown the entire fourth quarter. Could have won that game by double digits if all they had to do was kick a field goal and not get a stupid taunting penalty to take them out of field goal range. Like, they had the W in the bag. I don't see 4.5. I mean, there's going to be as many Giants fans there as Washington fans. Washington doesn't have a fan base. Nobody likes the Commanders.
Who are we? Commanders.
Giants.
Left hand up.
Listen, this next play is kind of easy. Niners minus 3.5. Geno Smith last 2 weeks, 4 turnovers. He's turning back into real Geno, and now he's facing the best defense in the league. Coming off of fucking almost pitching a shutout against Tom Brady. Granted, the Bucs aren't that good, but I don't know. I'm going to take them to beat the shit out of Seattle, in all honesty.
Who plays QB, though, if Purdy's out? Because he's questionable. Right?
Josh Johnson.
Not playing?
Oh, he's
There
questionable.
is a chance Purdy's not playing.
That's what held me back on this game.
If he doesn't play, I'm not putting it in the hands of Josh Johnson, even though they'll probably still win. But I'm just not. So because I don't know what to expect. Fuck Josh Johnson. Chiefs over 49. The Chiefs can't stop anybody. Like legitimately anybody.
No,
I don't
let the worst team in the league scored like 26 on them or whatever.
Right. The offense might be as bad as the Broncos, but they can't stop anybody. I was telling like a couple weeks ago, I remember they were playing primetime, and I was like, these are the Chief stats against like number 1 wide receivers. And every single number 1 wide receiver had like 100 yards and 2 touchdowns against them. It's actually insane. Devontae Adams, Mike Williams, the list goes on if you want to go back and check. I can't remember the other ones. But I don't know. I don't see the Texans stopping the Chiefs, and I see the Texans scoring a little bit, like just enough to get this game to go over. Moving on, Jags Cowboys under 47.5. Both defenses are kind of good. Both offenses have been putting up points lately, so I think you might see a little downtrend here. It's in Jacksonville, no?
Duval.
Yeah.
Weather probably won't be a concern, but you never know. Maybe some rain in Florida. It loves to rain in Florida. It rains for like an hour and then it stops, or like 10 minutes and then it stops. Maybe get like 10-minute drizzle, just enough slow down the offenses. That's my thought. Who are the Titans playing again?
Playing
The Chargers.
Titans plus, because that guy can't coach. Love Justin. That guy's unbelievable, and I can't wait till he gets a better coach. But that guy can't coach. So Titans plus 3 and Vikings minus 4. Who are they playing? The Colts.
They're playing the Colts. Yeah.
That's disrespectful. I get that they've been struggling, but that's disrespectful.
Saturday afternoon football.
That's disrespectful. Oh, it's a Saturday game?
Yeah, Saturday at noon.
Sheesh.
Or at 1, but it's the new nightmare.
Sheesh.
Does it count as prime time at 1 on a Saturday?
At home, coming off bad L's, like I think they need a win to lock up their division. They should be able to win that game by a touchdown. And if they don't, that's pretty upsetting. Moving on, though, whoever's next, please take the reins.
I'll go in next. Like Lou, I will also be taking a game tomorrow for the Thursday night game, but it will not be the 49ers due to the fact that Josh Johnson could be possibly playing. I'm taking the C locks. Kenneth Walker's back. Gino's struggling a little bit, but I feel like he can, pull himself out of it. Give me the C locks. Going into Sunday, how about them? How about them Cowboys versus the Jaguars? Bad win on Sunday. I will admit that was a terrible, terrible win. They should have not have won that game. Dak's been playing like shit. I think he averages 2 interceptions a game. That's kind of embarrassing. They just need a statement win like they did versus the Jaguars. I love the Cowboys this week and the over. Going into the Titans Chargers game, I like the Chargers strictly because of the fact that I made a prediction in our group chat that the Jaguars will win the division and the Titans are slowly but surely blowing it. Yes, I have the Jaguars losing this week, but Titans lose this week equals out. Manifest. Justin Herbert, obviously, like Lou said, needs a new coach. Brandon Staley's just a fucking idiot. He's got so much weapons there. He's got to make it, got to make it work. And their team's just roster-wise is ridiculous. So they'll probably get a new coach next year. They'll probably be a favorite to win the Super Bowl next year if they get Sean Payton or somebody else. Sean Payton's like Cowboys head coach. Bengals, Bucks. Joe Burrow's hot. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Tom Brady's not. Commanders, Giants. Lou, to help you out with your sanity, I'm taking the Giants money line.
Actually, that makes me insane. Actually, that makes you unsettled. That makes me unsettled.
Yeah, I mean, like I really like the Giants.
But thank you.
Do you want to know why I'm taking the Giants? Not just because you will be at the game.
Why?
Because my friends will be at the game as well, and they're all Commanders fans.
And you want to see them burn.
I just want to see them burn and be upset.
Throw some shit at them.
Left hand up.
Find out what section they're sitting in. Let me know.
I will. And then finally, I'm taking the Rams. I like the Rams. Baker Mayfield versus Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. Baker Mayfield every single time. On to you, Needleman.
I like your picks. They were almost 100% opposite of lose, which was pretty cool.
Wow, Pagano.
Yeah.
They literally were just perfectly almost opposite.
Well, we're on the Giants together. That's fun.
Yeah, but he
I didn't
also
pick the
said
Cowboys
he
game.
loved
I
the
just had the
Cowboys
under.
Jags over, and you have their under.
Huh.
He said it. He didn't write it. All right. Well, my hot take of the week has already been said, and it's only if Brock Purdy doesn't play, and that's C locks +3. I know Bacano mentioned it. Kenneth Walker will be back. That should help Geno a bit, being able to actually run the ball. C locks +3. Bet will be taken off officially, though, if Brock Purdy plays, because everyone knows he has big balls. That was confirmed after his first game. Tried to tell Lou last week that he has bigger balls than Brady, but he didn't listen.
I didn't see that one coming. I'm not gonna lie.
I did. Not the offensive part, because I didn't think it was going to be that high scoring, but I knew the Bucs weren't going to score. They can't score. They don't know how to.
It's incredible. I mean, Mike Evans is wide open, and Brady's just missing him.
You can, I guess, you could put some blame on Todd Bowles.
Oh, he sucks.
Legend.
You have to.
You know?
Yeah,
You have to. Like they fell up this much, and it's 100% has to be Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles.
I have
Antonio Brown.
I have a huge prediction.
A little bit of it definitely has to be on Todd Bowles, because that's
I just feel like
embarrassing.
not enough. At least we don't talk about Todd Bowles enough. We kind of just go like Brady fucking blows, but like Todd Bowles is pretty bad.
I agree.
I have a prediction next year that coaches that will be fired next year will be Bowles, Staley, Hackett.
Kingsbury, probably. Oh, maybe
Kingsbury.
not. I don't know.
No, I don't think Kingsbury gets fired.
I think he does.
Who has the same job right now?
He's gone.
Dennis Allen,
He might be
the
gone.
the Panthers guy right now.
That doesn't count. He's an interim.
But that's 5.
You can't fire an interim though. Like
Well,
Saturday's not getting fired.
One more year with the who's the Bears head coach? Eberflus?
Yeah, Eberflus.
Yeah, he's been fine.
Years, and he'll be getting a new job.
No shot.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree, Lou.
LaFleur's out. He's garbage.
No
He's
way.
Garbage.
I think Locke though to get fired is the Chargers and the Bucks guy. And
It depends on if they make the playoffs. They're not gonna fire him if they make playoffs.
and Nathaniel Hackett.
Hackett should get fired. I don't think Staley or Bulls gets fired if they make the playoffs. If they don't make the playoffs, then yeah, I see them get fired.
All right, my second pick, we're going back to a team that I thought I could trust, but I can't trust them, but I'm going to trust them anyway, and that's the Dolphinos +7. It's supposed to be snowy in Buffalo. A reporter asked Tua, about the snow, if he's going to be able to play in it, and his response was, "It snows in Alabama." It definitely.
They also
it
had
definitely
heaters
is not
on the
the same-
sideline last
It definitely
week.
is not the same type of snow. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
But they're going to keep it within 7 because they always do play the Dolphins close. Obviously, they always play them. I mean, the Bills. They always play them close in Miami, not at Buffalo. But we're taking Dolphinos +7. Then we're riding Alexander, and we're taking Falcons +4. Desmond Ritter. I've always been a fan of Desmond Ritter. I liked him in college, and maybe we'll actually have a connection to Drake London. Too bad Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is done, right? He's done for you.
He's done.
Yeah, too bad he doesn't play because he probably would have liked having Ritter too. But we're taking Ritter because Drake London, and then we're going Jags +4. Just seems like a good a spot where the Cowboys kind of really need to lose this game because they've been on the brink of losing some games, and it just always comes down to it. This is a yeah, right. They murdered the Vikings, barely beat the Giants somehow, murdered the Colts, barely beat the Texans. So maybe they murdered the Jags.
This is a
So
murder game, obviously.
I think they take an L here. They take an L here. You want to know why? Because I think they beat the Eagles.
They murder the Eagles.
I think it's a classic look-ahead game that literally never works in our favor.
True. It's very true.
But
They never do look ahead. They never do.
They never look ahead. Only we do. But so I'm going Jags +4. It's a classic look-ahead game because the Cowboys will beat the Eagles on Saturday.
Yes, they will.
Let's see. I guess for mine, I'm gonna take San Fran on Thursday night regardless. Because you know what? Josh Johnson, he gets around. And I feel like he gets around so much that he can win a football game. That's all they need. They just need it's like 3 points. All they gotta do is cover. Shanahan, I mean, if Shanahan can make fucking Purdy look electric, then I feel like he can make Josh Johnson look feasible. And you guys are hyping up Ken Walker coming back. Fucking San Fran's rush defense is like the best in the league. Like, I just don't think he's going to be able to run the ball regardless because he's going to be still hobbled if he does play.
It's more of just the fact that they'll be able to change up looks,
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I like San Fran. Also like the Vikings. This is get right at home after being embarrassed by Detroit.
Nice little get right game, Alex. Nice little get right game here.
The problem with that is that last week I picked Tennessee in a get right after getting blown out by Detroit, and then they got blown out by Jacksonville. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't think the Colts are the same as Jacksonville. So, just fingers crossed. Also, they are in the South. I don't know. I might talk myself out of that game. AFC South. Next, Lions are a wagon. I'll take them in the pick 'em over the Jets, even though it's a classic letdown spot after the big win last week. Sus line of the week. It's predicated on last week's games. Dallas -4 in Duval. And if they lose, I will never bet on the Cowboys again because they're frauds. Fuck them. If they lose, but they're going to win, so it doesn't matter. They're going to win by 4. They're going to win by 5, actually, to cover. Pats Raiders, currently a pick 'em. I'll take Pats if Ramondre plays, but if he doesn't, fuck that. I'm not going to take it. What else?
Lives too, Alec. I like that. I like that.
Which one? Oh, the Pats. I see. I also don't want them to win because I have a $100 bet that they won't make the playoffs. But I don't know. That's a can't lose. But next, no QB game of the week. Broncos Cards. T's and P's to Kyler. Tore his ACL. Russ got his, like I mentioned earlier, got his head dribble off the fucking ground. He's in the concussion protocol. Who knows if he's going to play? Over-under's at 36. No QBs. Obviously give me the over because they're all going to throw pick sixes like fucking McCoy did last week. That was insane that fucking Cards Patriots game went over. So obviously this one's going to go over. I also like Cincy -3.5 because Tampa stinks. and then there was another game. Fuck, I gotta look at your guys' picks because there's a game I was gonna take that when you
Wait,
guys
so
are talking about it.
Is on team -3 Picano and Alec and Tyler, or just Picano and Alec?
For what?
The
I'm on
just
Bengals.
Just
Me and
Picano and
Picano.
Alec. I'm not on it.
I thought it was gonna be a little 3-on-1 action.
I'm also I'm gonna go left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Sorry, but they had last week off, extra week to prepare.
Yeah, that is very scary.
Like and they're at home. Not that their home field advantage means a lot. They're just I don't know. I feel like I want to see what's his name, fucking Heineke in some blue and red Jays.
I want to see him get fucking clapped. Yeah, what did he wear after they tied? Did he wear anything?
I don't know if he got anything. Yeah.
I just wore like
No, you just get something when you win, not when you fucking tie.
Yeah.
Left
but-
hand up.
Who are we?
Who are
Oh,
we?
also-
The Commanders.
I also forgot. I wanted to mention.
Why don't
before I
you?
got into my
Why don't
pick.
you guys have a cool song like that?
Who are
the
we?
Giants don't have a chant because we just like to sit there and scream.
Because you can't say "Go Big Blue" because that's
Yeah.
Michigan.
Like the people in
True.
my section literally just fucking bug out the entire game. It's incredible.
I didn't want to say my
When are-
Falcons.
Lou,
I'm
when are you
scared.
going to Washington? On Sunday, you're gonna drive?
We're just gonna make it a day trip. Leave like Sunday at like 11 a.m. or like 12. Shoot down to Washington and hopefully stay the night because I don't want to make the trip
That would
back.
suck.
But my uncle does have that van, so like maybe we could, I would be able to sleep in there probably off a couple beers. So
Oh, a couple bears.
beers.
You guys
But
see?
fun.
DC's only DC Stadium's only like 4.5 hours away. It's not even in DC. It's outside of DC.
Stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a shithole.
No room in.
No, Lou, it's
Yeah.
fucking gross.
Yeah. There's nowhere to go in DC, so
Lou, it's actually disgusting.
don't get shit pipes fucking leaked on you, Lou.
Yeah, hopefully that'd be
hopefully not.
disaster.
You guys saw the shit with Mariota with the Falcons, right?
How he's done for the year.
Well, he's done for the year, but he's
He,
like,
and he
"Fuck
left.
you guys, I'm not coming back." Like he's not gonna be with the team, basically. I don't know. That hurts me as a Falcons fan. Obviously having picked them to win the division and all. I don't like drama like that. And then also the Dolphins, they had heaters on the sideline last week when it was fucking 50 degrees in California or whoever it was. Who were they playing? They played the Niners, and it was like 50 plus degrees out. They had heaters on the sideline. The fuck are they gonna do
Cold,
this week
bro.
in the snow?
It's cold.
What are they gonna do this week? They're gonna freeze. Garbage. Bills. I'm not taking them. But yeah, I think unless you guys got anything else, we're good to get out of here. Or anything? Any last words, gentlemen?
Go Giants. The
Left hand,
famous last words.
left hand up.
Also looks like I'm doing my right hand, but this is my left hand. My fucking thing is just mirrored. Left hand up. Who are
Right.
we?
Giants.
We are laying the points.